Okay.
Alright, so when looking at reviews to do for movies that I've seen this past year, I came across Furious 7, and I thought, well, I could review that movie. But I think in addition to reviewing that movie, I'm gonna do a quick recap of my thoughts on the series thus far, because I haven't put those up either. So we are gonna start with the first one, The Fast and the Furious. Good. All right, second one, Too Fast, Too Furious. Meh. Third one, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Eh. Fourth one, what is the fourth one? Fast and the Furious. Yeah, without the duh. Good. Fifth one, which is Fast 5. Excellent. Yes, I said excellent. That's right. Next one, Fast and Furious 6. Decent. And finally, we're at the last one. What? Okay. I know it's not much in depth. But realistically, all the Fast and Furious movies thus far, the ones that I've enjoyed anyway, they started expanding what they were strictly known as. In the fifth one, they started adding things to it, becoming more than just about racing cars, which is cool. Tokyo Drift actually did a different thing on the racing car bit too, and I don't mind Tokyo Drift, although I think it was a straight to DVD one, and it contained hardly any of the original cast in it, so it kind of lost a lot of the aspects of what made the first one entertaining. Now, the acting for all these films isn't great by any means, and there's so many cheesy lines in it, it makes me cringe sometimes. But the action of it is pretty awesome, and the story is at least fun. The characters are fun. So there's a lot that you can forgive it because it knows what it is, and it's not trying to be more than what it is, which is good. You're not supposed to take the series too serious. And with Fast 5, you got Dwayne Johnson to come back in and kind of reinvigorate the franchise, which I actually liked the fourth one quite a bit. But the fifth one's just much better, and he's a big part of why it's better. And the changes that they did, the new direction that they went, making it a heist film was really cool. So you had the first one, which was like Point Break with cars. You've got the second one, which kind of lost out of some of the drive for me that the first one did, for sure. You got the third one, which was when no one really wanted to come back. So it was basically, I think it was straight to DVD, but you had new characters in that we just didn't connect to, and you had this cool concept with doing the drifting and everything, which I liked. But at this point, you're really losing the battle here with the fans that you did have, because you're just changing it up too much. Fourth one comes in, tries to bring new life to it, and you get some people on board, and I think it was entertaining overall. But the franchise had lost so much steam at this point. You had to do something big to change it. So 5, you bring in Dwayne Johnson as a new threat. He's such a likable guy and everything, and he's been known to come in and kind of save film franchises in a way. So because he did several times, so that was cool to see him end this. And you changed the presentation of this film. It's not just a family kind of racing film, like family driven racing film, but you add in a heist element to it and bring new life into it, and that's what the fifth one did so well. And you continue that a little bit with the sixth one, which does drop slightly in quality, but some people like the sixth one more than they like the fifth one. So it's one of those, and you have Luke Evans come on board, which is a great kind of addition to have, despite the role he's playing. And you up the action sequences, like some of the shots that you get are really cool, and completely out there. Couldn't that possibly happen? But it's so entertaining. It's the definition of a popcorn flip. So anyway, so that's the past 6. Now you bring on this one. You have a new director, which is James Wan, which is known for doing horror movies. So it's like, well, okay, that's interesting. Then you have the unfortunate death of Paul Walker, just right into the beginning of shooting, and so you have to change aspects of the film. What they had laid out, they had to change it up, and they luckily, they got his brothers in there. They incorporated some CG so they could keep the character and everything, but there's a lot of script adjustments that had to be made, and there was a deadline that they had to meet. So and there was a lot of emotional weight on this film. There was a strain for the actors, because at this point everyone had become like a family. Like what the cheesiness you'd seen in all of it made sense for this film, because they had grown so close. So that was real interesting. And of course you had Jason Statham come in as the brother to Luke Evans, Owen Shaw from the last one, and you have everything kind of tie up. All the stories are kind of tying up and what's happening here. So it was a real kind of ballsy film in a way, and I wasn't sure that they were going to do it. At first, you have Fury 7 as a title, again, which is it's an homage to the Seven Samurai, which is kind of neat. But this film, again, it's entertaining, and you've got these outrageous action scenes. You've got this humor, and the most difficult thing they could do was address Paul Walker. They had to do it. They had to do it in a very careful manner, so that they're paying respect to him as an actor, and to the character of Brian that we've seen, throughout most of these movies. And I think they did a great job of doing that. So there's not too much to say on the movie itself. Over the top, full of cheese. It's got some really cool action sequences, though. It's got a very nice ending that they couldn't have ended it better. I wish they'd stop with this movie instead of continuing, but they are going to continue. Minor complaints is, well, I wish Dwayne Johnson had been in it more. And obviously what I said earlier, some of the problems are, but all these films are just, all the ones that I like, they're just fun action films or fun popcorn flicks. They're not supposed to be any more or any less, and they know what they are, which is really cool when a series actually knows what it is and keeps to that. So yeah, that'll wrap this up. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know I didn't go into as much detail as far as specific shots in the film or anything like that. James Wan, I think, did a great job. It was surprising to a lot of people, because he came on from being known as just a horror film guy. A lot of butt shots in this film. I do not disapprove of that. So, but anyway, yeah. So that'll wrap this up. But what did you think? Did you enjoy Fury 7? Do you enjoy the franchise as a whole? Do you get it? Or do you not like it? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. And if you do like it, what is your favorite one? So hopefully you enjoy this vid, and until next time, peace.